Good morning, everyone. Good morning, online friends.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, I am Toastmaster Shirin, you are Sergeant now, and I welcome you all to the Invictus Toastmasters Club. No guess here? So, this is meeting number 560. And today I would like to start with the beautiful physics law, beautiful science idea, Pascal's law. Pascal's law first introduced by Blaise Pascal in 1653. It means it says that when pressure is applied on one point, it is spread equally in all directions. Now you must be thinking, why physics in Toastmasters meetings? Because Toastmasters says the same. When one member grows, we all feel good. Whole club grows. When one member speaks with courage, we all feel that confidence. And when one member learns, we all learn. Learning flow to all of us. So, Toastmaster stand strong on four shining core values, mission, and housekeeping rules. Four shining core values are number one, integrity, respect, service, and excellence. And mission of Toastmaster is to provide a positive and supportive learning environment to its members to develop their communication and leadership skills. And housekeeping. As Toastmasters, we never discuss topics like sex, politics, and religion. And please refrain from speaking if others are speaking. And online friends, please add DM TM guest before your name and role next to your name. And please keep your mic muted when you're not speaking and keep your cameras on while you are speaking. And last point, if you have any technical problem, please feel free to contact our tech master or host of the meeting. It's time to welcome our presiding officer, someone who always ready to help and respond with alacrity. And she works as a profession, by profession, she is a medical content manager, and by passion, she is a dedicated research scholar. She's a proud Triple Crown Award recipient and voracious reader. So please welcome Toastmaster Dr. Sangeet. You turn her, sir.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and your guests. Do we have guests? Oh no. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. Welcome to our 560th meeting of Invictus Toastmasters. There is an announcement that I will be making but at the end, but let's start with some vigor. I was reading this insightful book titled 10 Types of Humans by Dexter Dials. And my house members definitely knows it because I was sharing it to them. I landed up in a thought-provoking by a Harvard professor, E.O. Wilson. He said, the worst nature of human who exist with the best. Let me make it more decipherable. If you are a person with too much of anger or wrath, then you are one of the most sensitive beings as well. And yes, a human being can be good and bad together because everything goes hand in hand. Let me give you another example to strengthen the fact that I am speaking. If you are a person with a lot of premonitions and predicament, it doesn't mean that you are overtly sensitive. It also means you're very aware of your presence. You're very conscious. And that makes you very creative in nature. Rather than thinking about your own flaws, also think how those flaws are helping you. Therefore, I invite you all to reflect and take out your notebooks or your phones and write down one thing that you would want to change and 3 steps to attain it. For example, you might be a person who loves to be lazy and procrastinate every task. The first thing that you can take could be rise early. Second step could be do at least 3 tasks without procrastinating. And third could be sleeping on time. It is just a random, a subjective thing. It would be based on your thing that whatever you want to change. So write down one thing that you would want to change and the 3 steps that will help you. I would give 45 seconds and I will be the timer for this so that you all can write. So your time starts now. One thing that you would want to change and 3 steps that will help you. You don't have anything to write? Then please. It's over. It's so good to see everyone is writing. That says how much we want to change for good. And all the best. That one step, that one tiny step of change will lead a big impact. And that is what our Toastmaster of the day would be speaking about, as we do not have any guests, right? So we can just start the meeting. Yesterday, I was thinking to ask our Toastmaster Sakshi about that one change that she wants to have for a better impact. And her response was great. She, being a C-suite in an organization, being an CXO, she wants to be more fluent, more confident in speaking, which she already is. And for this change, she wants to take up more roles without any hesitation. So let's call our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sakshi, and lead the stage.
Thank you so much, dear Sangeeta. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. What a pleasure to take on the role of Toastmaster of the Day for our 560th meeting. Our theme today is Tiny Habits, Big Impact. Most of us wait for big moments to change our lives. A new year, a promotion, a perfect Monday. But real change doesn't arrive with fireworks. It arrives quietly through small, repeated actions. A page read every day, a short walk, raising your hand once, speaking up even when your voice shakes. And that's exactly what Toastmasters is. A collection of tiny habits, consistently creating confidence that compounds over time. I remember a quote by Bruce Lee. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. It's not trying everything once, but about practicing one thing consistently until it becomes powerful. With that thought, let us start our meeting. Our meeting today is divided into 3 powerful sections, and each one reflects our theme beautifully. First section is prepared speeches, where speakers build the habit of structured expression. Second is table topics, where we practice thinking on our feet, one response at a time. And third is evaluation, where feedback becomes the tiny habit that sharpens excellence. By the end of the meeting, I hope each of us walks away with one small habit that we have inspired to adopt. Now, I will call upon our general evaluator to ensure our meeting runs with purpose, timing, and growth. I now invite general evaluator who will guide the evaluation segment and introduce her teams. After gulping down more than 15 grand worth of books, she believes life teaches us in the most unexpected moments, through people, experiences, and even silence. Taking on the role of general evaluator for the first time, she brings excitement, a few butterflies, and a genuine desire to grow along with all of us. Her tiny habit that created a big impact, reading just 5 pages a day. Toastmasters, please welcome General Evaluator Dr. T.M. Sangeeta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi. Okay, now this is my first time. Therefore, I would make mistake. I'm bound to make mistake. I'm sure about that. But as we know, do you know how many sense organs do we have?
Five.
Could you state them all? Taste.
I
Absolutely. Basically, this is my role today. I would be very vigilant and I'll be observing each and everything from the start of the meeting, from what happened before that to the end of the meeting. And as we all know, our brain cannot multitask. I do have a team who would help me to provide us with a better feedback. So let's welcome our timer of the day. That's Toastmaster Jagdish.
I'm noting the time of all the speakers and role players today. For the prepared speeches, the time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. I'll be showing green card at the end of 5 minutes, yellow after 6 minutes, and red after 7. For the table topic session, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes. I'll be showing green card after 1 minute, yellow after 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card after 2 minutes. For the evaluation session, the time allotted is 2 to 3 minutes. Green card will be shown at the end of 2 minutes. After 2 minutes 30 seconds, I'll show yellow card, and red card I'll show after. Prepared speeches, Toastmaster Aman, we have a 15-minute prepared speech. I'll show green card after 12 minutes, 13 minutes will be yellow card, and 15 minutes will be red card. So my
10 to 15 minutes.
10, 12, and 15. 10, 12, and yeah, I'll share my report in the review. Thanks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jagdish, who will help us to ensure that we are on time. Let's call our counter, that's Toastmaster Kuldeep. Toastmaster Kuldeep.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Good morning, Toastmasters. My role today is being a counter, and I'll be recording unnecessary sounds, that is or filler words like but, so, maybe, or some repeated phrases like maybe, that kind of. Basically, these kind of words distract the flow of the speech, and it sometimes be distracting for the listeners. So I'll try to record that, and when general evaluator call me after the meeting, I will just try to present it to my report to you guys, and maybe help you improve upon that, so that we can improve and do not use these kind of words for better or effective speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kuldeep. Let's call our grammarian of the day, who took at the very last moment, Toastmaster Ajay.
Once my friend to went someone and he said, "Hi Deepak, who are you?" And that's the grammar. That's a mistake in Hindi. So today I'm the grammarian of the day, and as a grammarian, my responsibility is to pay close attention to all the speakers and the proper uses of the language. Well, the word of the day is. I would also be coming. Yeah, yes, the word of the day is alacrity. Okay, it's ALACRITY. Okay, it's alacrity. That means great will and excitement. Great will and excitement. Let's say when my father talked about the girl, I had alacrity. I had alacrity. What's happening? Could you please repeat that? Okay. It's alacrity. Okay. Yes. I grabbed the girl's photo with all alacrity. I grabbed the photo with her with all alacrity. Okay. I'm looking for the career where I can work with all alacrity. One more, that people have alacrity for the chai and samosa, but laziness for the work. Generally, okay. So thank you for this, and I will be checking all the.
Okay, and now we also have a listener of that's Toastmaster Bhavan. Toastmaster Bhavan.
You're not
We can't.
audible. You're not audible.
She's not even on mute.
Maybe
Could you, yeah, just check if you have joined the audio.
not able to hear.
Still not audible.
Still not audible.
Are you connected with some Bluetooth device or earphones? Try removing that.
Remove.
You can disconnect and check. Try joining from computer audio or the device audio.
Maybe try rejoining the
Yeah.
meeting.
No.
It is.
Yeah. Please go to the mic and then there will be options. Select a microphone. So choose the default one that is your inbuilt. Control Z T P. In the left bottom, there's mic.
The
Then would be iPad. Okay. Is it possible for you to join from phone or any other device? Listener, we are not able to hear you,
Could you try rejoining it?
or maybe some other device. Yeah, maybe mobile should work.
Or okay, try connecting.
One
It's
thing.
showing
Control
mute.
Control P
Now it
Z.
Yeah. Now you're on mute, but still we are not able to hear you.
Control P Z. Press these three buttons together. Microphone will be appear automatically on your screen.
No.
In the interest of time, shall we proceed?
Yeah, we can. Or
It is she
or
will do
we
the
Bhavani,
same.
can you try rejoining the meeting? Leave the meeting and try joining again. It will help.
Yes.
So let's start
she
the
sent a
meeting.
message in the group that she will
Okay.
rejoin.
Okay, so let's start the meeting. Okay, with this, I want to hand over to our keynote of the day. That's Toastmaster Sakshi. Toastmaster Sakshi.
Thank you, TM Sangeeta. Now we move to the prepared speech section, where speakers demonstrate how consistency, courage, and commitment shape confident communicators. Our first evaluator is TM Namra. She is currently pursuing her master's in computer applications and works at Capgemini as a senior fraud analyst. Her tiny habit that changed her life began right here, delivering her icebreaker. That single step helped her build confidence to present in front of her colleagues, and she continues to grow with every speech. TM Namra, please introduce our first speaker.
Thank you, Toastmasters Sakshi, for this introduction. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. My
Good
target
morning.
good morning. My target speaker is Toastmaster Anuj. The title of his speech is Happy New Year. Objective Connecting with Storytelling. Level 3 Pathway is Presentation Mastery. The speech time is 5 to 7 minutes. I'm very excited to listen my target speaker. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Namra. Calling our first speaker, TM Anuj, an independent creative director and communication designer with nearly 15 years in advertising. He has worked with global agencies like Leo Burnett, Wunderman Thompson, and Dentsu. He's also an artist, mentor, and lifelong learner. His tiny habits: creating art every day and walking at least 8,000 steps, which is a proof that creativity and discipline go hand in hand. Happy New Year, TM Tanuj. TM Tanuj, Happy New Year.
Sakshi,
Yes.
first of all, I want to rectify you. My name is T. Anuj. It's not Tanuj.
Sorry. I meant to say TM Tanuj. Sorry. Sorry.
Just 1 minute.
Yeah.
I want to present my PPT also.
Is it visible? Online participants?
Yeah.
For online participants, is it visible?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
Okay, just wait.
It is. It is.
Any audience here?
No.
Let me know.
Yes, we can see the screen now.
Yep. Yes. But you are on mute. Mute. Unmute, please. Went on mute. No, we cannot hear you, Anuj. Not able. You are on mute. Unmute yourself.
Are we
Yeah.
able now?
Yes. Yes.
That's perfect. Don't need to. Yeah, sure. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Perfect.
Hi, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Happy New Year! 2025. Love you, my Anuj is still living in 2025. Actually, I at January 2025, I made a decision. I took a resolution. This year, I need to have my art exhibition at any cost. For advertising industry, I working hard to meet my deadlines, and I don't have any art till now. But I know in the coming year, I need to have my art exhibition. Here, Aman, do you have friends?
Yes, I do.
TM Sakshi, do you have?
Sorry?
Do you have friends?
Yes. Very much so.
Also have friends, and like I am a Toastmaster in this club from 2 years. I think I have made some friends here, right? So this is a image.
find me in this image?
Fourth from the left.
This is me. The image is, it took around 2004 when I was a student. And this is the image of our first exhibition. So there are two things. One, I want to have my exhibition. And the second one, I have a group of old friends. So this year, so I have a plan. Let's call all of my friends. Hello, Vikas. I am Anuj. How are you? So we have our first exhibition in 2024. Let's have this exhibition after 21 months. What do you say? Let's meet. So during Durga Puja, when I went to my home, we met and we finalized that our exhibition will happen this year. But the real struggle is the one and only exhibition hall. We need to book that exhibition hall 2 months in advance. Luckily, we booked the hall. And the date of our exhibition is 30th December 2025 to 4th of January 2026. And the word of the exhibition is reverberation. Toastmaster Rizal, you might know what is the meaning of reverberation, right?
Yes.
Sense of sound in an enclosed space after original source has stopped, caused by multiple rapid reflection of surface like walls, floors, and ceilings. So our exhibition, which is happened after 21 years, I think this is an appropriate name. Almost everything. I created all this design for this exhibition. What is the design process in another time? Let's have some glimpses together of our exhibition. This is me. So there is a Toastmaster effect. The host here is also backed out at the last moment. And you know what happened? Your Toastmasters friend grabbed the opportunity of hosting. Does anyone know this gentleman? He is the former Urban Development Minister of West Bengal, Mr. Ashok Bhattacharya. And look at my courage. I talked to him. So he signed our book, and I have a conversation with him. Does anyone know this gentleman? He's one of the famous photographer of India. His name is Vicky Roy. And there is an upcoming Hollywood movie which based upon his life that is coming. So we are glad that Vicky made some time and he came to visit our exhibition. And he is not only my teacher, but he is continuously helping the poor students of Siliguri from long time. So he made his contribution towards the social, what can I say, social year Siliguri. So every year, sir's students crack JEE exam and he doesn't take any fees from them also. And you remember the image which I had shown in 2004? So this is the new version of that image. This is the This is my friends and the team member of my exhibition. I think the resolution is not only about taking some place. And it is also about the courage of doing the small tasks again and again if we fail. My friend, let's have that courage and let's have a new year. Happy New Year. Thank you. Over to you.
What a beautiful journey, TM Anuj, you have shown. Thank you so much for sharing your speech. Please share your feedback for TM Anuj in the WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you. Thank you, timer. Our second evaluator today is TM Twisha. Originally from Kolkata, she loves trekking, traveling, music, and movies, and is currently pursuing law, a field where clarity of thought truly matters. Welcoming TM Twisha. TM Twisha, please introduce our second speaker.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. So, before this speech title, I would like to give a small introduction of my targeted speaker. So, my targeted elected speaker is explorer by heart, engineering by profession, optimistic by nature, and Toastmasters by choice. His speech title is Triple Eight, Project Level 4, P Project 2. Timer, please note, his speech time is 10 to 15 minutes. I will evaluate the targeted speaker based on the member's ability to address and diffuse challenges presented by the audience. I will watch for professional behavior, respectful interactions with audience members, the use of strategies to refocus the audience on the member's speech. So the purpose of this speech is to managing difficult audience. I wish him all the best. Over to you, Toastmaster Sakshi.
Thank you, TM Twisha. About TM Aman. A BI model based in Noida, Aman enjoys movies, music, and fitness. He has a keen interest in spiritual and adventurous tourism, reflecting his dynamic outlook in life. His piece is titled Triple H. Triple H, TM Aman.
Friends, today I am here to share something from my personal life. I want to take you to my childhood when I was really small, probably in 6 to 7 standard. Once someone advised me, Aman, you should learn to be independent. You are growing up. And I took that advice so seriously that I decided, yes, from now onward, I'll be as independent as I can be. So next time when I went to the mall and there were helpers, staff people with a little bag on their back, may I help you? I never asked any help to them. I would spend next 1.5 hours searching for that item or dress, but never asked. Then I decided that this is not good enough, and I was growing. So I decided that I'll leave my city, go to new city for my college. That will, make me more independent. Indeed, I did that. Moved to Delhi. I lived here in the hostel. No doubt, the hostel life taught me so many things. I made so many good memories. I learned a lot, but I was becoming more independent with every passing semester. So far, so it sounds good, nothing wrong in that. I believe many of you or all of you would believe that becoming independent is a good thing. By raise of hand, show me online participants as well. Okay. Yeah, as expected, majority of you have raised your hand. Even I used to believe that. Nothing wrong in that. But gradually, this tendency to be independent or do everything by myself got too much. That for my internship or for my job, I was not okay with in asking help to anyone. I wanted to do it on my own. Because back of my mind, there was this thought that I should be strong and independent. I should be able to do it on my own. Otherwise, I will not grow. Otherwise, I will not learn. Only weak people ask for help. I'm not weak. This was the story playing in my mind.
I do think that moving out only feels independent.
Good question. I would say because when we move out, we come out of our comfort zone. When we are with our family, we are in that bubble, we are under the umbrella, we are the shield, we are protecting, providing. But when you step out, you see the real world. So that is why I felt that if I move out of my comfort zone, my city, I'll be able to be more independent. So when I was in my last year of college, I was struggling to find a job. Then something really happened with me. I developed borderline anxiety. And that was a time before that when I was doing well, I could lift 120 kgs for the deadlift. But that was a time when for me to lift even a glass of water was a Herculean task. It was very challenging for me. That was the first time probably I went for help in that way, professionally. I went for the professional help to a psychiatrist and we had one counseling session. I spoke whatever I had in my mind and heart, which means all people. With no judgment, no conclusions. He listened to me. And that made me feel so better. So fast forward to few years, I watched one video on YouTube in which another psychologist was mentioning about different toxic traits. He mentioned about gaslighting, manipulation, passive aggression, and she also mentioned about hyper independence. I thought, oh, there's something like this. Then I realized, what was I doing with myself? I was becoming hyper independent, trying to become at least hyper independent. That was the toxic that I had. I did not know. And that eventually got me into anxiety. Friends, I want to share with you that it's good, it's okay to ask help. I am someone all my life I have been mostly like a people pleaser. I have been trying to help others, but when it comes for asking help, I just withdraw myself. Now I'm learning that wherever it is required, I need to ask help. It's good to help others, but also it's important to seek help wherever it is required. It's not weakness, it's not sign of weakness. Recently, I have also watched one beautiful movie, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. How many of you watched that animated movie? It's a beautiful animated movie for 1.5 or 2 hours. In that, one of the character, wise character, I would say, gives this piece of advice to the boy that when you're asking for help, you're not weak. In fact, it is an act of courage. When you're asking for help, it shows that you do not want to give up on your dream. You still want to pursue them. But due to certain constraints, you are not able to do them by yourself.
So, about those people who wants to share their vulnerability but gets laughed at.
Yes, thank you for that question. I will address that in the later phase. So, as I was saying, that that movie taught me the power of asking. And the topic, the speech title for me is Triple H. So the first H stands for help, that we ask for help and help others. Second one is hearing. We all have stories. We all want to share certain things. We all need that place where we can share those thoughts. I remember the psychiatrist session that I mentioned. So she gave me that platform, that areas, that safe and comfortable space where I could be myself, unfiltered, and speak my heart. As a friend, as a brother, as son, or maybe as a father or mother, let us all try to create that space where we listen to us genuinely and also share our thoughts, what is in our heart. Unless until we do not share them, they will not be able to build that trust. It's about building that trust rapport with the people we are communicating with. If I do not share my vulnerability, I cannot expect Toastmaster Anush or Twisha to share theirs. It's a two-way communication thing. Was the second edge hearing? I hope that answers your questions. Is about creating the safe and comfortable environment. Now the third one, the third edge of hearing is very, it's very, I would say, important, but very often neglected. It's hugging. We are going to do a small activity. I want all of you to find a volunteer for yourself. Online participants, I know it's going to be difficult for you, but if you have any teddy bear or pillow or anything that works for you, just grab it and hug it for 20 seconds. Please find your partners fast. I love myself. Do you need any volunteer? When you hug someone, it's not just about the physical touch or connection, it's more about the emotion. And a lot of good hormones are released in our body. Maybe someone with the medical background can tell you it's dopamine, oxytocin, endorphin. For me, I'm a simple man. It's a very good hormone, and those are very good genuine connection. So I'll reiterate the three edge. Yes, sir. I think that's what we have the Yes, thanks for highlighting that we have the fun day in the Valentine week because it again connects us and makes us build that trust with our friends and family members. These three edge, that is helping, help others and let them help you. Hear them and say so that they can hear you. And finally, we hug. Obviously, when you are hugging someone, they are also hugging back. We do not have to reciprocate that. So try to do this wherever you feel comfortable, and also try to create that environment where people are comfortable doing that thing. That's yeah.
For example, certain people would love to bicker about these problem petty issues. So, do you suggest that we should be hearing them as well, or should we have our peace intact?
That's a very good and valid question. And my answer would be yes. Just listen to them. Don't give any solution, don't give any advice. All they need is your time, your presence. Uh, I- Another one video I had watched on Simon Sinek. How many of you know Simon? Yeah, he's the author, motivational speaker, and one of the best-selling, books he has written. So in his video, he was mentioning that he had received once a call from his friend, and that person was going through a very difficult time. And but call or the text form would be normal, like, "Hey, how are you? Can we talk?" Or something. Later on, we got to know that was a cry for help. That person was under the pressure. So they kind of developed a 8-minute code that no matter how busy you are in whatever meeting you are, you can always take 8 minutes for your loved ones. So the code was the 8 minute. So anytime they would say that, "Hey, are you available? I need you 8 minutes." So they would connect instantly or as soon as possible. This is something I even have developed with my sister, that I have given her that code. I've shared that link with her. And because my sister is in Canada, very far away from the family, and so I understand that there can be times when she is not very comfortable. She needs someone to share something, just vent out. It could be from the family, or from the office, or the personal life, anything. So, I need to just listen to her if she says that, "Yes, I need you 8 minutes." I hope that answers your questions. So that's all from my side. Thank you,
So,
everyone.
Aman, I have a question.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you mentioned about helping, hearing, and hugging. I think this is very good learning you shared. But you talked about movies, you talked about Simon Sinek, you talked about your personal experience. But is there any research to prove this works? You didn't talk about
Research.
any, yeah, any scientific research that has happened on this.
I'm sure there are many scientific research done on the part of healing, be it through listening or hugging. As I mentioned about the hugging one, like a lot of good feeling, good hormones are there. I'll have to check into the specifics of what you're exactly asking, and I can share them after the meeting or the speech. But I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of it is backed by statistics and research.
No, you are mentioning pretty sure, but you are not sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. You don't have evidence to prove that. Okay, cool. Thank
Thank you, everyone. To be a movie.
Thank you, TM Aman. Thank you for sharing your journey. It has been a very courageous journey. Everyone, man is a social animal, is what we have learned in our school. No one works in silos. We as human always remember to be kind to others. Let us try and be kind to ourselves as well and seek help whenever required. Thank you for sharing your speech. It has been really thoughtful. Now, Toastmasters and dear guest, show some love to TM Aman for his speech and share your feedback on the WhatsApp group. Thank you, timer. Our third evaluator is TM Deepak, a decisioning scientist with over 15 years of experience, a Toastmaster with two triple crowns, two completed paths, and currently the VPPR of our club. His tiny habit with a big impact, creating a to do list and actually doing it. TM Deepak, welcome. Please introduce our third speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi. Love people who are consistent, and today Toastmaster Risal has proved that she is consistent by giving back-to-back speeches. I remember last week also she gave a speech, if I'm not wrong, and today's speech is for her pathway presentation mastery level 2 project 1. Speech objective is understanding your communication style. The speech title is also interesting, tuning into the right frequency. I hope she is not talking about radio. We'll find out. And her duration is 5 to 7 minutes. Timer, please note. Back to all the best to the speaker, and back to you, Toastmaster Sakshi.
Thank you, TM Deepak. Our third speaker, TM Risal. She is a research analyst in climate resilience, working at a public policy think tank. She is a sustainability enthusiast who can talk endlessly about word origins. Her tiny habit is deeply reflective, practicing detachment and letting go of what's beyond her control, which helps her stay happier and calmer. Her speech is titled Tuning In to the Right Frequency. Tuning into the right frequency, TM Rasal. Please welcome TM Rasal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi. Kalimera, Parakalo Doste Monero. What on earth is she saying? I could hear something to do with dost. That is all Greek to me. You must be wondering. Yes, because it is Greek. How should I expect you to understand me? You would have understood if I spoke in English or Hindi in a language that you understand. Oftentimes, even when we speak the same language, the message is still not communicated effectively. That is because the sender and the receiver are not in sync. One of the main reasons why this happens is because we have different communication styles. All of us have different styles, and when we speak, we do not match the style and tone of our receiver. According to Toastmasters categorization and definition, there are primarily 4 types of communication styles. Now, this does not mean a person has always one style. It can be majoritarily one and then a mix of few. Our communication styles are largely influenced by our personality traits, our environment, and life experiences that we have. I know some members in our club who have these 4 communication styles. I was reading the base camp and the pathway in which the Toastmasters itself had a description of these uh, communication styles. Number 1, first, direct. Style is very decisive, competitive, confident, and focused, and result oriented. The pace is fast, and this is a person who will not most likely tolerate nonsense talk because they want mostly to the point. This is not what I asked. Can you please come to the point? Toastmaster Deepak is an example style, I believe. So do not beat around the bush when you're talking to him. Second, supportive. The description said the style is very calm, steady, approachable, and they are a sincere and gentle person. They usually do not like conflict and are modest in accepting praises publicly. Sometimes they can appear indecisive, but they are very generous with compliments. Toastmaster Risal, you had 38 filler words and 10 filler sounds, but it's okay. Excellent delivery. Well done. Keep it up. Who do you think this is? Toastmaster Shirin is an example of this type. Third, initiating. Style is very enthusiastic, sociable, persuasive, and has so much alacrity. Responds strongly to praises and approval. Pace is very fast, and sometimes they appear impulsive, and they can tend to speak more than they have the tendency to listen. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? I know you will feel great because I'm here to spread positive energy in the room. Any guesses who's this? Toastmaster Yuvraj.
Raj.
Toastmaster Yuvraj is an example of initiating style. Fourth one, analytical. Style is precise, analytical, and logical. Person is systematic, task oriented. The pace is slow and cautious. Right, structured and ordered environment, and they are very self-reliant, but they're often private with personal information and will hardly give you opinion unless you ask them. I would suggest, do not let the audience know that you forget. You have to be strategic. Take the initial few seconds to think before responding. Toastmaster Anmol, I think, has an analytical communication style. I realized that my style of communication oscillates somewhere between supportive and analytical and a mix of others. We all have different styles, but the key is to adapt to the style of the audience. The audience may be one person or 100, and also adapt to the circumstance. We need to put ourselves in the shoes of the receiver. What is in it for them? How will they benefit? Now, does this mean we have to go through a plastic surgery of our personality or behave like a comedian and change ourselves according to the whims and fancies of other people? Not really. It's all about tweaking and customizing so that when we want to say something that is received effectively. But you may ask how to do it. Ask 5 questions to yourself. Number one, who is your audience? What is on their mind? What do you need them to know or do? Like, what is the goal? And lastly, what is the best way to communicate this information? So let's remember that when we speak to others, it is like a radio signal. And Toastmaster Deepak, you are right. It is a radio signal and it has to do with radio. Unless we tune into the frequency of our receiver, there will be only noise. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Sakshi.
Thank you so much, TM Rasal. Communication, we often take it very lightly in school while learning as a subject, but she has explained how important it is to be on the same frequency. Guest, please share your feedback for TM Rasal. Show some love on WhatsApp group. Thank you, timer. Now, guests, we start the voting poll for the best speaker. Thank you, timer. We often believe confidence comes from big moments, a perfect speech, a standing ovation, or a breakthrough meeting. But Toastmasters teach us something quieter and far more powerful. Confidence is built in tiny moments. The first table topic you attempt, the first role you accept, the first time you speak, even when you are not ready. Today's lightning talk is about tiny habits, big impacts. How small actions, repeated consistently, create massive results in our speaking, leadership, and self belief. Let's begin with the smallest habit of all starting. We now move to my favorite part of the meeting, table topics. Prepared speeches show us that what practice can do over time. Table topics test our ability to respond in the moment, a tiny habit of courage that builds quick thinking. To lead us through this high energy segment, I invite our table topics master, TM Johnny. TM Johnny is a technical director at Tech Mahindra with an impressive 18 years of experience in the telecom sector, which means he understands communication better than the most of us, both technical and human. Outside of work, Johnny is an avid traveler who loves meeting new people and a true food enthusiast who believes the best way to explore a new place is through local cuisine. With his passion for technology, travel, and taste, Johnny brings both experience and curiosity to everything he does. So, fellow Toastmasters, please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Johnny.
Thank you, Professor Sakshi. So, good afternoon, everyone. So, most of us think that to make the changes in our life, we need to make a massive changes. We think we must climb a mountain in a single day. But the greatness is found in the boring, quietly, and tiny things we do in our day-to-day life. So I will keep the theme intact till the end with the alacrity. So I would like to call first member from offline on this stage. Give much applause. Success is often just a series of small wins. If you could choose any tiny habit to master, then what it would be? Master movements.
Thank you so much, Payable Master. Success is something that is pretty personal and specific to any person or anything that we do. Example, success for me can be scoring good marks in my exams, whereas success for someone like my little niece who has a birthday today can be getting a box of chocolates. But I think that when we grow up, success often aligns with what we want to do in our lives. Maybe it is something that we have to do, becoming a good speaker. Maybe it is something that we have to do, getting a good job. And yeah, you're right. As the Toastmaster of the day was also mentioning, I do believe that consistency beats intensity. If you just like go on and carve a mountain, I'm sure you guys must have heard about this guy Manji, the mountain man from Eastern India, right? And the success in his terms that he received by carving out a whole path out of the mountain all by himself was just going there and doing his boring work every single day. You must have seen the movie Shawshank Redemption, right? And success for that guy, the protagonist of the movie, was to just escape the jail. And even for that, he just carved a little piece by just a small hammer day by day, just breaking it. So yeah, success can be difficult. Success can be unapproachable. But if you put in the efforts daily, if you accept that maybe when we achieve success, it's not going to be boring, but while we achieve it, it is going to be boring. So embrace success and achieve success. Embrace boredom and achieve success. Back to you.
Any online member? Okay. Toastmaster Yuvraj. Often talk about good habits. What is the one tiny bad habits, if unchecked, has a great negative impact in our life?
In economics, I studied in elastic demand that even a small change in the price can impact the quantity. Just like this, a small change in the habit can bring the big impact in the life. So, about the one worst habit which can cost then an arm and leg is it's not the power of it's the power of the just not listening and judging on the basis of not hearing the on the full story. I would like to share that one bad habit can also impact your future also. What I feel is that even I would like to share one story about one bad habit. Like in class 12, what happened with me was that I was not fully prepared for my pre boards, and at that time, I failed in my maths pre board exam while it was very tough, and we was not fully prepared about that. But one one thing which I learned is that you need to be prepared in advance to give any tests, any pre-board examinations, and by procrastinating it and by postponing it, it can cost you an arm and leg. In nutshell, I would like to say that and habits decide your future, and it also impacts your direction of the actions. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yuvraj. Any online members? One small thing your parents made you do every day as a kid that you are grateful for now.
And this is the time that I've realized that being spiritual at the heart has made a lot of changes in in the way I behave and in the way I handle situations. From the very beginning, I was taught to be spiritual, and spiritual has nothing to do with religion or the God that you particularly uh, pray to. So, what I was taught by my parents is that spirituality the is attaining a higher or of your own self, attaining a better person of your own self is actually spirituality, and it can never be done all alone, and it has to be carved from the very beginning, and it would be carved mostly by the situations that you are put in without your own consciousness. So, but as I grew up, I realized how important being spiritual is. I've become a lot of difficult situations, and that further made me take risks and also stay calm even when situations are anxious. So that's part of my.
Online member. Okay, Toastmaster Kuldeep. If you have a zero motivation to attend Toastmaster during the weekend, what tiny version of you can do to show up? Toastmaster Kuldeep.
Thank you, Mr. Rani. Like it's actually kind of thing. It always happens. So when the Thursday comes or Friday comes, like you are all worked up. Like I had my board meeting last week, so it was a busy Saturday, then a busy Sunday. But it always happened. Okay, then Saturday is coming. I should be having rest instead of going to the Toastmasters. But then I realized that in that particular board meeting, you should have been standing there and giving a presentation. And that reminds me that no, you had to go there. So this, because tiny steps we take makes make the whole difference. So that particular thing kicks in my mind, and then I realize it's the tiniest thing you can do and go to Toastmaster, be there. Okay, you may not be speaking well, you may not be speaking perfectly, you may be require some more time, but this is the journey. This is the steps you have to take. There is no excuse in that. Only way you can proceed is by doing something consistently in a small step every day, and that motivates me to come to Toastmaster even though I'm feeling down or I may be having some other work. I may be out of town, but I still be joining online. So that makes me join Toastmaster even though I have little motivation. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Master Ajay. Imagine 10 years from now, and your future is thanking yourself that the daily steps you take today, which is the great in future. Toastmaster Ajay.
What do we start after 10 years?
The steps you are taking today, a small steps, which is giving you a big impact in future after 10 years.
Okay, how many of you heard the book? It's Eat the Frog. Yeah. So, we people are messed with a lot of things in life. Sometimes, even that doesn't matter. A cat is crying on the road. I spent 1 hour with the cat. There's so many things, of course, such kind of things. But in a lot of realities, we forget the priorities. And here the question is, what's the one thing that will make your future bright? Is definitely, I think, all about a lot of priorities. And it's one thing that's taking everything. By the way, and it's a lot of times, people of course focus, some people focus on money, some people focus on the career, some people focus on the self-improvement. And what's the one thing that I'm gonna change, of course, and that is one habit, one particular habit that's gonna make me, of course, the achiever. And I would really go through some kind of, this meditation, I would say. Do you think the meditation works in life? I think when we people are meditated, meditation is something that gives you clarity. You do not become the person who spent 1 hour with a cat and you start finding all the good life, what's in life. And you matter to the world. That's what I guess. Thank you.
So the last one, we get mixed after where there is a will, there is a way. Toastmaster Anuj. Surprise for you.
I think all of you would agree with the statement. When there is a will, there is a will. I think a few days ago, in a joint Toastmasters meeting, I told the whole story, what I want to have in my life, what is my life objective. And to execute that objective, I need a will. A will of continuously doing good work. A will of networking with so many people from different levels. I need to understand the mindset. And currently, I am doing all of this. I'd like to share a news that is I will go to take a class on motion graphics in NID from Monday. I think during that class also I will meet with more people and I will meet with different types of people and know their mindset. Need to have a dream big, and continuously work on yourself. Each time, take one step to develop yourself. I think if you're taking that will surely make a win. What do you think, Toastmaster?
I completely agree with you. Okay. So we don't have to be perfect. We don't have to be fast. We just need to be consistent. And we live today. I challenge all of you. Do not find the big goal. Just find the tiny one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, TM Johnny. Wasn't that a perfect reminder that even spontaneous speaking improves with small, repeated attempts? With that, voting for best table topic speakers is now open. Thank you, timer. In Toastmasters, growth doesn't come from doing everything at once. It comes from getting 1% better every meeting. That might look like one intentional vocal pause, one purposeful gesture, or applying one piece of advice or feedback from your last evaluation. These changes may feel insignificant in the moment, but progress is often invisible before it becomes obvious. And that's the beauty of tiny habits. When practiced consistently, they quietly transform us into confident speakers and listeners and leaders. So, as you participate in today's meeting, I invite you to focus on just one small improvement because when tiny habits repeated, big impacts always follows. And now we moved on to the segment that turns effort into excellence, evaluation. Feedback is the one tiny habit that sharpens every skill we practice here. I invite our journal evaluator, TM Sangeeta, to take control of the evaluation session.
Master Sakshi for leading the session so beautifully. I would want to share a quote by Simon Sinek because we all love him. Let's not kid each other. Because if you go through the base camp, you always find so many quotes by Simon Sinek. He said, the goal is not to be perfect by the end. The goal is to be better tomorrow. Therefore, the evaluations that will be shared today is not to have a perfect meeting today, but a better meeting the next Saturday. Therefore, let's invite our first evaluator, Toastmaster Namra, who would share or who would evaluate her first speaker, Toastmaster Namra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. First of all, I want to give a standing ovation to my target speaker, that is Toastmaster Anuj. Very well. Speech was very well structured, Toastmaster Anuj. Best usage of stage, good vocal variation. Now I will come to my evaluation. You basically started your speech creatively by showing an old photograph and asking the audience to guess who you were, which immediately grabbed attention, involving Toastmaster Aman and Toastmaster Sakshi through questions. This instantly sparked curiosity and connected everyone to your story, and also shared your experience in the advertisement industry, kept everyone engaged. Your transition to talking about the exhibition built anticipation, making the audience eager to know more what was coming next. Calling your friend live on stage was innovative and worked well for both online and offline members. You made an eye contact with both online and offline, kept your speech engaging and the audience attentive. At one recommendation, at one point you forgot and stuck for a moment during your speech, but that's completely okay. It always happens with me. Otherwise, you were absolutely fire on stage. Your stage usage was excellent, and the exhibition details you were mentioned, especially the details from 30th December 2025 to the 4th January 2026, were very clear. Sharing glimpse of the exhibition and introducing the special guest along with their designation added great values. Using strong words like reverberation and explaining their meaning added value in your speech. Ending with the message about courage and the new group photo made your speech inspiring and memorable. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Namra, for sharing a well-elaborated evaluation. Now let's call our second evaluator, Toastmaster Krishna.
I want to congratulate my targeted speaker to share his anxiety and congratulations on persevering through your difficult journey. It was quite emotional, and I could relate a lot with me because the same thing is going on with my elder sister. She is going through depression, and so on Saturdays she has her office. Because if anyone has had a mental impatient, you always have to push them a lot. Sometimes you shout when you are out of your control, and sometimes when you talk to them uh, very nicely in order to send, in order to do them the work or sending them to office. And it was today. It was very difficult for her to go to office, and I actually traveled with her in metro, and I was getting late for Toastmasters. But today I prioritized her because she needed me as she was she's very all those things. But congratulations, and I can understand what you can go through. When he mentioned his speech title, I wondered what was Triple H. Never expected to be this heartfelt speech. I will use CRC approach for my evaluation. He added a lot of personal stories, interacted with the audience, and he has fulfilled the objectives, which he handled great of the interruptions which were made by the audience. A recommendation. I think he has forgotten his speech in between, and he was clearly moving up and down. A small recommendation: when someone is narrating this speech, just try to look at the audience, take a pause for 2 to 3 seconds, and then try to remember what is your next speech, or you can improvise. Speech, his speech was quite empathetic, and he had a really great activity during his speech, which was hugging. And I think I needed pretty much because handling everything was not an easy task for me today. It's very brave enough to share his own personal story, which is not easy to share when you are on stage. So kudos to you. Another small recommendation. I think he was a bit nervous, but it was quite reasonable because he is sharing his own personal story. But don't let it show to the audience. Overall, great speech, and congratulations on completing level 4 objective. Over to you, Dimple.
At once I forgot that I am the general evaluator and I was sitting. Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Trisha. Your confidence is really infectious now. Now let's call our third evaluator, Toastmaster Deepak. Toastmaster Deepak, the stage is yours.
Thank you. With a fantastic alacrity, our speaker number 3, Toastmaster Rizal, address the audience by calling out the member names and calling out their communication style. This instantly connected the people and gave them a personal touch. Fantastic use of the engagement technique on addressing people by their names, relating the speech topic to the behavior of the audience. Well done, Toastmaster Rizal. I learned how different members you have observed, like what are their communication styles: direct, initiative, supportive, analytical. Well done on that. I also liked the analogy that was put in on tailoring the audience, comparing them with the radio frequency, like the communication style with radio frequency, and tuning into the right frequency. Having an analogy which is universal makes the audience understand the message better. So that is also something we can learn from our speaker, Toastmaster Risal. Now, the objective of the speech was to understand your communication style, which is the speaker's communication style. The speaker did touch upon that she had a mixed communication style. To take the speech to the next level and to achieve the objective to its full, I would have loved if the speaker could have elaborated how how does she use communication in a mixed sense of style, like what are the things she uses, maybe with an example, like she called out the examples of the audience member. She could have given her own example as well. That would have made me understand that the speaker has understand her communication style better. Another improvement point I really loved when the speaker started with Greek, because I was not able to understand it. She actually nailed on with her message that we have to speak in audience language by calling it out. At the end, maybe she could have again said something in another language or connected to the original beginning that would have closed the circle full loop. There was a glitch in between. Maybe it could have been improved by ensuring the internet connection was stable. That would have made it more better, the speech. I really love the engaging questions that were asked. Can you guess the speaker? Can you guess the member? That made it very interesting. Overall, I really loved the addressing of members, the analogy used of radio frequency, the use of Greek could have elaborated on the self communication style and improved on the closed looping of the start. That would have taken to it next level. All the best to the speaker. My key takeaway was tuning to the right frequency. Back to you, Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. Now let us go to our auxiliary very clairs. So let's sorry, I'm so sorry. Yes, I said I'm bound to make a mistake, and this is the first mistake. Let's have the voting for best evaluator. Let's vote all together. Now let's go for our Oxford player. Unless I get stuttered, so I'm going to say it only Oxford player. It's a tongue twister for me, and I have noted this is happening the second time. Let's call our counter Toastmaster for B.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you. So today's role as a counter, I really liked it. I have to clearly, deeply listen to everybody and every speaker. Even the role players were made my role quite difficult. Everybody was speaking so good. But today, filler phrases were not used by much of the speakers. Everybody was abstaining from that. But filler words are certainly used, and I will just report like persons who are used it less than five times are, because nobody is above five, so less than five were TM Trisha, TM Anuj, TM Risal, and TM Jagdish. Less than three times are TM Johnny and TM Shireen. and others are mostly less than 2 times. So it's a great achievement. Absolutely a great job done. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now let's call our comedian of the day, Toastmaster Ajay.
Okay, so hope you're all fine. Let's get back. Okay. Now people say January, so it's January. That has to be related here. So I know could be I knew. It took around 2004, and this was all about the photograph. It took around 2000. Now I'm after this. Okay, it was taken. It could be okay. Yeah. Resolution was good. Yeah, one of the good phrase was we are under umbrella. It means that shows another picture of the parents and a kid. That means it good. And hyper independent, and it is a fact of courage. Good phrase. Vulnerability, of course, good word. Frequencies. Sender and receivers are in sync. Are not in sync. Yeah, good one. Don't beat about the bush. Self-reliant. Tiny moments. Greatness is found in tiny things. Success is personal, said by yeah. Okay, consistency beats intensity. Consistency beats intensity. Wow. Embrace boredom, achieve success. Nice one. Nutshell, close to you, Raj. Unleash the better person within you through meditation. Person, not performer. Okay? Because when the person is better, of course, the performance comes. If you are dreaming big, so be big. Nice. And the word of the day was used more than 3 times. One by Toastmaster Deepak, Toastmaster John, and Toastmaster Visa. This was a good thing, and a couple of times by me. That's it. Okay. Oh, sorry. Toastmaster Trisha, of course. Don't feel bad.
Okay, now next we have Toastmaster Bhavani, who's our listener of the day.
I hope all of you are able to hear me now. Can I get
Yes,
a
we
thumbs
are.
up? Okay, thank you so much. Really sorry for not being able to explain the listener role. But today's meeting, I would say the focus was on speaking. At the same time, growth begins with listening, and listening with alacrity, with eagerness and enthusiasm. And let's see how well we were listening. I'll be asking you all a few questions. The first question is for our in-person audience. Please come up to the stage and share your answers so that the online members can also see you. The next question will be for the online members. You can simply unmute and respond. So my first question for the in-person group, what is the quote from Bruce Lee that TM Sakshi mentioned in her initial address? I'll repeat the question. What is the quote from Bruce Lee TM Sakshi mentioned in her initial address?
The book was I do not fear man was practiced 1,000 kicks or 10,000 kicks, but I fear man was practiced 1 kick 10,000 times.
Perfect. Thank you, Aman. That was the right answer. The second question is, in TM Risal's speech, when you speak to TM Deepak, what is one thing you should avoid?
Beating around the bush.
Deepak, you're not supposed to answer. Okay. So let's go on to the third question. What, according to TM Yuvraj, is one bad habit? What, according to TM Yuvraj, is one bad habit?
Running the work, not doing it at the right at the time.
Kuldeep, it's part of not listening. Let's move on to the fourth question. What was the one reason that motivated Kuldeep for joining Toastmasters on Saturday? What was the one reason that motivated Kuldeep for joining Toastmasters on Saturday?
Presenting in board.
In-person audience. Sorry. Anybody from the in-person audience? I think Deepak, you can go ahead with the answer.
Yeah, presenting in board meetings.
Yes, not being able to present in board meetings. So wonderful responses. It's clear many of you listened with alacrity today. With that, Madam Toastmaster, this concludes my listener report. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavani. I hope you are feeling well now. Okay, now let's go on to our timer's report and call Toastmaster Jagdish.
Hello again, everyone. So here's my planning report. The meeting started on time, almost on time, then 11:32. But yeah, we started with the target on master series, 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Typing officers are not Sangeeta took 4 minutes 49 seconds. Overall, overall time taken by Dr. Sakshi was 920 seconds. Coming into the production of general evaluators and role players, Sangeeta 2 minutes 5 seconds, 2 minutes 1 minute 5 seconds and 2 minutes to deal to 1 minute at time. Prepare speeches. Toastmaster Ajay, he was exactly on time, 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Toastmaster Aman, 13 minutes 48 seconds. 6 minutes 20 seconds. Now coming to table topic. Table topic Master Ajay. While calling everyone, 3 minutes second. On the last 2 minutes, 1 minute 46 seconds, 1 minute Ajay, 1 minute 56 seconds, Ajay, 3 minutes 13 seconds. Coming to general evaluation, general evaluate to Master Pandita and have taken 1 minute 45 seconds. First evaluate Master Namrata. Master Namrata 2 minutes 15 seconds, Master Disha 3 minutes 35 seconds. Slightly exceeded the time by 5 seconds. Master Deepak to 3 minutes 28 seconds. But upgrade group here, Gramarian, Master Ajay to Master Vani, 3 minutes 14 seconds. Master 1 minute 10 seconds, and I'm taking 38 seconds. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jagdish. And yes, I didn't forget, it's time to vote your best crossover player. Now I can start my comprehensive report. The meeting started late today, and it started at 11:32, as our timer also mentioned. The rules were well defined, but there is one thing that our Sergeant at Arms can improve is, let me share this. What is the mission of Toastmaster? If I take any person, could you state it? One. Anyone else? Exactly. So we should strive to make her understand that we all should know it, not just one or two person, because I have gone to a lot of trainings and this is the first thing they ask. Therefore, we have to be very much, the words, it has to be on our tips. And as usual, she always starts with a bang. Sorry for the words, but really the motivation, the quotes and everything, we learn so much about human personalities each day. And our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sakshi, her intro was very powerful. I was very intrigued. Is it something? It's a number. Yeah. So her intro was very intrigued. But one recommendation for her would be like, this is a very wide topic. If she can help us with an activity, it would be beneficial for each one of us. And the transition between each members, she did it a fabulous. Again, a man-made word. It's not a word in the dictionary, but seriously, it was very well versed. And the message that you have chosen for the theme was amazing. And the introduction to other awesome players were amazing. But there is one observation that I have seen. For example, the Tango introduced the role, but he could introduce in some other manner other than just the script. Because we also want to know more about why timing matters the most. And the same goes for our counter as well. The role was well explained, but just little more personalization would help us. Then for grammarian, thank you for taking the role at the last moment. But as we step in a role, it is our responsibility that we should be well prepared. And the preparation doesn't start on stage, the preparation starts at home. Therefore, one recommendation is please be well prepared, because that helps us to think that you're more responsible and respectful about your role. And then the evaluators were perfectly introduced by our Toastmaster of the day. And they just introduced their speakers with dexterity. And Toastmaster Sakshi just nailed the coffin by transferring the stage to all the role players with alacrity. And she had a well-structured intro for table topics as well. And then comes our table topic master, Toastmaster Johnny. Wow. Just wow. So much of confidence he was exuding here. It seemed like he's already a table topic master. He started with a beautiful quote. Then he was in sync with the theme. And he was amazing, very well versed with his role and very confident. He took generic topics that helped each one of us to prepare for a table topic practice. Thank you for attending our table topic preparation, that he understood what are the topics that are asked. He also shared a takeaway, which was great. And one of the most highlighting thing of our meeting. One suggestion I can have is we can also have a table topic evaluator who can evaluate all the speakers. Because I thought it's the job of a general evaluator, but I checked in Google and it said that you must have a table topic evaluator to evaluate all the speakers individually. This is something that a general evaluator doesn't do. But again, the speakers were amazing. And I also shared my random feedback to Toastmaster Yuvraj personally, because it was very well. Then let's go to our evaluation. Our first evaluator, Toastmaster Namra, she started with a standing ovation. Wow, what a respect for the target speaker. She talked about minute details and observed with a hawk's eyes. She made the evaluation very relatable. And by stating her own self-depreciating thing as well, that she also gets the same feeling. And it's very good because once you make it relatable, it's amazing. And one recommendation for Toastmaster Navra is you can replace your target speaker without, like, you should not say you or your, because it seems like this is, I'm actually talking to Navra, so I'm going to speak as you, not her, because she was the only person who said you for target speaker. You should say him. That would be a takeaway for you. And yeah, she was amazing. Let's come to Toastmaster Trisha. Nicely emphasized the words that help. She started with emphasizing the words that are required. She also shared a personal journey that's amazing because it takes a lot of guts and courage to share your own personal story. Even though you shared, it could have been a little bit shocking, where she can be she could be talking more about her speaker, not her own story, because now we all are thinking about her story rather than the speaker. And yes, for Toastmaster Deepak, his speech is always, or his evaluation is always invoking. He encouraged his target speaker always, and you really don't need an elixir if your mentor is Toastmaster Deepak. Seriously. And he used examples as well. He's already a stalwart. So how can I evaluate him? Because he has done a fab job. He is an embodiment of the phrase practice makes a man perfect. Every minute details were well observed. He emphasized the points again at the end, and he also shared a takeaway, something that we all have to learn about it. Then let's go to our Oxford player. Our first Oxford player was our counter Toastmaster Kupi. Greatly done, but he can elaborate the report more by having a small introduction. And then he can share the report. If someone is online, they can share the report as well, so that we all can see in an Excel sheet or what Toastmasters have already provided. Toastmaster Ajay, he explained the phrases in a perfect manner, but I was a little perplexed because I was not understanding who said what and what he liked, what he didn't, because everything is very chaotic. So there could be a segment where you can say, this is what I liked, this is said by these people, and this is what we can change without naming anyone. Then Toastmaster Bhavani, amazing comeback. She just plunged into the role, and now I don't have any recommendations for her. But yes, one recommendation if I have to give, it would be like whenever we are online, we can test our audio and video before joining. And then comes our timer, Toastmaster Jagdish. It is so amazing that he timed himself. He didn't let others do it for him, he did it himself. So I really liked it. And if, again, something that if I have to recommend anything, again, it could be a little bit more personalized because I'm not in a mood. Then you can just, have a little bit more fun with us and make it more engaging. With that, this is my report, and with this I end my report, and I have to call myself again. So I would also need the voting for big three role players. So we can have a 60-second to vote our big three role players. Thanks for Big Three role player. I have an announcement. As you all know, we have a table topic contest. Because I'm really excited and again not excited at the same time. So we had our table topics today, contest today, but then because every of our district officers went to Nepal and it was discussed very late with all of us. And just 3 days back, it was 3 days back, right, when we were practicing for table topic contest, suddenly I got a message like, they are not even coming back very soon. They would be coming back, few would be coming back on 11th, few would be after 15th and all. Therefore, we just have a little bit of issue where I'm running behind a lot of persons telling we need a contest chair. And whoever I have spoken to, whoever has said yes to us, they have denied because they would be having a little bit of a vacation time. Therefore, I also had a word with Toastmaster Atul yesterday, and he suggested there are a lot of clubs facing the same issue, including PTN. Then I just emphasize that so that we don't feel we are left out. Therefore, I said like I already have a judges training, so I can help them, and the other clubs can also help us and be our voting judge. And I have also given name of the Postmaster Anuj because he joined with me as well for the training, so he would help us, to go to other clubs and be their judge, and they can be our judge as well. But at present, we need a contest chair, and I just got a message from our direct district officer. Like Shwetan has texted me. He gave the number of our district officer and he asked me at 11:30 to have a word with her. So after this meeting, I will be having a word with her, and then keep your mobile in check because I could be telling like this table topic contest is on 14 or it could be on 15 because a lot of clubs are planning 15. If it is like that and we have to go as voting judge, then we will conduct on 14th of February. Sorry, Toastmaster Yuvraj, it might be on 14th of February. just making it light because everyone was very intense. Therefore, just be well aware. I can, if anyone wants to participate in table topic contest, please ping me or Vishal so that we can also have, we will be prepared. Like these are the people who would love to participate. And yes, I have already talked to a lot of district officer, stating, humbly requesting to come to our club because our club is the only club that starts in one time. And the members are preparing from December, so they are very happy with it. But I hope they understand to start the meeting on time, so they come. But yes, I would be responding to all the queries if you have. I also got online works. Yes, Vishal, online works, and for online we do have Toastmaster Anil. But then when we have stage and when we speak on stage, it is more viable. Therefore, this is something like we are planning. If and all we have to take it online, then we already have a contest chair. But again, because a lot of people are preparing to come on stage and say, it would be more viable. So this is the plan. If we do not have any option, then definitely we can take forward. But the priority would be to have an in-person. Therefore, any in-person people who wants to go for table topic contest, doing me or Risam, so that we can also make it go. Okay. Now we also have our big three role players. Okay, there are just 15 votes. Okay. Okay, you all have not voted for big three role players. Because it's like 33.3%, everyone is getting that. I'm not going to spare a lot of certificates.
That's the toughest one to decide.
Sorry?
That's the toughest one to decide.
Absolutely, but still, who all have not voted?
We needed 9 people.
There are 16 people and 15 people have voted. Okay, now we need. There is just one person. Everyone has voted, right? You voted? You voted? You voted? 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 What about? Okay, okay. Risal?
Yes, I
Risal has
have.
not voted.
Yes, I have.
What is this, Risal? Vote now. We need a tiebreaker.
No, I have voted already much earlier.
Okay. What about Deepak, Yuvraj, Namra, Sakshi? Now, what is the result? Everyone has voted. Who wanted to leave? Okay. What about Bhavan? Have you voted? Okay, Bhavan. Okay. Yes.
Can I do the closing now? Theme closing?
You want some time? Please, please.
Yeah, I just want to close the theme. That's all.
Sure, sure, sure. Please, go ahead.
Thank you to all the evaluators and the auxiliary role players. As we wrap up, I remember a quote by Robert Collier. Success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. No one becomes successful overnight. No one becomes confident overnight. No speaker masters the stage in one speech. But every meeting, every role, every attempt adds up. If you remember just one thing from today, let it be this. Don't underestimate the power of showing up again and again. With that, I hand the stage back to the presiding officer, TM Dr. Sangeeta, for the closing remarks and announcement of winners. Thank you, everyone. That's it from my side today.
Come with all the certificates. This is one of the best time to have because I really love to see the happiness of the names written here. Who do you think is the best speaker today? Every speakers were great. Every speakers were great. It's Toastmaster Aman. Get grab some. Now this one is my favorite. Okay, no, not being biased, but seriously, we get to learn so much about table topics, speeches, and all. So it's Toastmaster Anmol for best table topics.
Thanks, Yuvraj.
Okay, now time for best evaluator. Again, he is the stalwart, so everyone knows who he is. It's Toastmaster Deepak. Where is Toastmaster Deepak? Oh, yes, Toastmaster Deepak. You have to come and grab a lot of your certificates from here. Now for best Ox role player, she made a comeback. Who is it? Toastmaster Bhavan, the listener.
Thank you.
Now for our best role player, she explained how to be successful. And it's nothing but just tiny steps. Who is it? It's Toastmaster Sakshi. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Either you have to come to Delhi or I have to go to my office. Just because of you, I have to go to my office so that I can give you certificates. Congratulations to all the winners. And oh, we are well ahead of time. We can do a small stare. Therefore, that's a compensation for the last meeting. But thank you, all of you, for coming. And my house will be having a preparation for Toastmaster contest. And a secret, I was a voting judge, so I know the top the topics that we go for. So if you want to come and see what we do, then definitely you are invited. We would be having on Wednesday. Wednesday would be perfect. And then if you want to join, please join. And thank you all. Let's adjourn the meeting. We can have a group photo right now.
Photo, yeah.
So yeah, we can.
First, we can take online.
Yeah, we can take online first.
Yeah, so let's have half people in
Yeah,
front of
sure.
another camera.
There.
If online people can show some emoticons, please. Yeah, reactions. Yeah, that would be great. Say
If you want,
cheese.
some of you can come here.
Yeah. Say cheese. One more time, cheese. Cheese. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys.